What's going on, everyone? This is Zach with Strictly Shika. Hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic. It's 2017 and I'm starting the year off right. I'm doing a review today of a new Shika V4 Sorya Beast, the little brother to the giant Shika Sorya V2 that I reviewed a very long time ago. And I've always been a fan of this design of hookah from Shika. It took a page out of the Syrian handbook, took that elegant and beautiful design, but put Shika guts in it so it smokes amazing, the performance is fantastic, and it has a nice wide open draw that we love from Shika. My Syrian pipe, my Narwas, was very restricted for my liking, but I love the look of Syrian pipes overall, so I love that the marriage has come together in the Sorya, and now in a smaller form, the Sorya Beast. So this little Shika Sorya Beast only measures about 24 inches in height. It's about half the size of its older brother, the original Shika Sorya. And I found that one to be too tall for my liking. It was quite cumbersome, never fit under a sink to wash it out. Stem brushes were never long enough. This is the perfect desktop hookah for me. Fits under a sink. I think I could even take this little boy traveling. It fits in a suitcase, no problem. So I love this nice compact design. Full features out of this thing, still rips like a big boy, but yet it's nice and small and compact. These things are still made just like every Shika hookah, handmade in Egypt by a craftsman. Just like the old ways, they hand make every single one, they hand etch and hand engrave every single pipe, and that is what I love about Shika pipes, and this one is no different. They're able to maintain the original Egyptian culture and integrity, handmade pipe, but yet it smokes like a dream and smokes like a modern pipe. And this one especially still has that beautiful Syrian design, but yet it smokes just like a modern Egyptian pipe from Shika. Now on the bottom here, it does come with this fantastic Egyptian jumbo base. And something about this base, I think because it's so small and the base is still so wide, I love the shape on this. The paint on here is not coming off and I've been beating this thing around. This is a gorgeous base. I like this base more than I like my Shika Skyrim base. Something about the design is just wonderful for me. It does have a nut on the bottom of the copper downstem. If you guys are not familiar with copper, copper is a higher quality material that they use when they make hookahs. They say it has antimicrobial properties. They say you get a nice pure smoke from it. All I know is it costs a lot more to make it, so they wouldn't put this in there for no reason. And I've always enjoyed the purity of smoking out of a copper downstem. One thing to note though, because this hookah does feature a copper downstem, you want to make sure you clean it out and maintain it. Run a stem brush through after every session and this thing will maintain its integrity for life. If you don't clean it out, you will notice some green oxidation in the water. That's nothing bad at all and it does bother me a little bit, but if you keep it clean, you will never notice it and you can enjoy the nice pure flavor coming from that copper downstem. Moving on up the copper downstem into the heart of the hookah, it's a very Syrian-esque heart with a very flat line design. I love the heart on this, it's very, very unique. The hose port and the purge port, nice and wide open. Shika size hose port and purge port on this, so you get that nice and wide open draw. No restriction coming from there at all. The purge on this has the new turbo purge. Shika purges have never been the best purges on the market. It's still not the best purge on the market, but it's definitely an improvement from previous versions. They've added a lot more holes to it. The threading on this is gorgeous. I hate Egyptian pipes with terrible threadings and you're sitting there trying to fight with it to put it back on. This threading is amazing and very, very easy to use. I'll demonstrate the purge right now for you guys. Let me fill it up. Base is nice and full. You guys ready for the purge? It does take a few breaths to purge, but the quality of the purge is a lot better. Still, the functionality is not as easy as a Starbuzz Made in America purge, but the purge does function very well and it works for me. Moving on up, you have that Syrian design, you have the offset of the gold on the brass. You have this tray port here, has a beautiful Shika inscription. Moving on up to the tray, it's super wide, nice, gigantic, functional tray to this. Beautiful inscriptions on the tray. They call it a Mameluke tray or something like that. It's not a heavy engraved tray like the Skyrim or even the Anchor tray that comes with the Greyjoy. It's still a beautiful, nice, and sturdy and functional tray. Oscar, you'd love this tray. It's nice and wide. One thing that's great about this hookah, and is a selling feature for some people, There is no paint on the engravings that make it extra bold. Like on the Skyrim, it has that paint in there. You can't polish it because you'll remove that paint. This hookah does not have that paint. You can easily polish this whenever you want. So if you're one of those people who are OCD and you like a nice and shiny pipe, this little Sorya beast is easily polishable on any occasion. The tray as well, polish it, no problem. I do get watermarks on here quite often just because of the material, but it isn't discolored at all. You can leave coals on here, no problem at all, but you do see the watermarks. With all Shika hookahs, you do get a full package, and this hookah is no different. Shika wants you to buy a pipe and get everything you need. So it comes with a bowl, comes with a tray, comes with a base, comes with a base protector, even comes with the hose. Granted, I'm not using the hose right now, I'm using my washable Droid hose, but it does come with a gorgeous and functional hose. This is the Shika Typhoon hose, the same hose that comes with all Shikas. Whether it's the most expensive or a cheaper pipe, you get a great, high quality, washable, traditional style Egyptian hose with every Shika hookah. This one is white and gorgeous and complements this fantastic hookah. Look at this combination together. Doesn't it look great? The tip is removable. You wash it out as much as you want. You don't have to worry about ghosting. There is one thing that's wrong with this hose though. The actual diameter of the hose port is a little too large. This fits in my Shika pen, no problem. Skyrim, no problem. But because of the Syrian design on this hose port, it doesn't fit very well and I find it to fall out. So what I do is I actually don't use a grommet. I put a couple layers of electrical tape and I just shove that bad boy in there and it's good to go. That is kind of a design flaw in my opinion. Even this hose is larger than most Typhoon hoses. I'm thinking this is more of an isolated incident. I've compared this to all of my other Typhoon hoses. It's not that big. This one must have been a fluke or I don't know what happened to this one. So you shouldn't have to worry about that, but it does still work and it comes with this hose free with every single package. You do get a bowl with this, and that is the bowl that's featured here. This is the Shika Oblivion bowl, and these new Oblivion bowls that come with the V4s are a lot more consistent. They're still handmade, so you still will find some imperfections, but they're really conscious now about getting them consistent, so you can use a heat management device like the Ottoman Ignis I'm using today. Holds about 25 grams of tobacco, is a funnel style, and it works beautifully, retains heat amazingly. This is a great backup bowl, or even you can see today by my clouds, it functions very, very well for the bowl that comes with it. The draw on this pipe, nice wide gauge down stem. Larger than a Starbucks made in America, a little bit larger than my pen, a little bit larger than my Skyrim. The nice wide gauge down stem yields very, very open draw, very little restriction, which is beautiful about this hookah. You get the Syrian design, but you don't have to get that Syrian restriction. You get that nice wide open Shika draw out of this pipe, and yet it's so small, but it rips just like a large hookah. This thing rips full bodied, huge clouds, and I love the performance on this pipe. This thing performs like a dream. This is the epitome of Shika performance, but yet it's handmade, it's still traditional, but you get that modern draw, that modern performance we expect out of a hookah these days, and that is why I love Shika hookahs. And I would recommend you guys pick up a Shika Sorya Beast. This is one of my favorite Shika hookahs. Along the Skyrim, I love the Skyrim too, but this design has always called to me. This Syrian design has always been one of my favorites, but I never liked the performance of those Syrian pipes. So this is the perfect hookah for me. I definitely recommend you guys pick one up. Check out 5starhookah.com, they have them in stock. Check out Hookah-Shisha, they have them in stock. But these things are selling quick, I promise you. The oxidized version, which is gorgeous, is sold out. I probably couldn't even get my hands on one if I wanted one. So these are selling quick, so definitely pick one up if you guys want one. If you guys haven't seen those oxidated ones, I don't even have a picture. I can't find a picture, but they're just amazing. They have a black nickel finish to them. Oh my god, those are hot. I wish I would have got that one. But this one is still beautiful, a little more traditional, and I love this pipe. But thank you guys always for watching. Thank you Shika Hookah for making a beautiful pipe for me to smoke out of, and something I'm willing to show off to all of my friends. This is definitely a statement piece. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next review. Bye guys.